Oh, when am I live? I'm live now that I have a moment. Still got some other things I gotta do though. Sorry for you guys who don't know what's going on. Had some heavy downpours again last night, and yeah, had some rain and some water in the basement. And when I say water in the basement, I don't mean like flooding. It's like most people would just get the words incorrectly. They'd be like, "Oh, the basement's flooding." Well, it's not flooding. It's just water in the basement, which is a bit of a pain in the behind, but it is what it is. Don't get too excited over it. Stuff happens. It's only the third time that this has happened, but it's all good. At least I'm prepared for everything. So that's the thing. Just be prepared. If there's going to be water coming into the basement, don't put stuff in those parts. Or if you're going to put stuff down, make sure they're in Rubbermaids. So this is why it wasn't so bad this time. But it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to yell because you get angry and just things get worse. So no point getting angry about anything. No point rushing around. There's only so much cleanup you can do. Hey, 2-4. Oh, more water in the basement again today. So it is what it is. I'm not. No point complaining. It's funny. Everyone like I've talked to today, they're like, "Oh, that sucks. That's so bad." Blah blah blah. I feel so bad for you. Why do you feel bad for me? I don't understand this. I don't know. Maybe it's my high functioning Asperger's, but I don't understand this. People say, like, even for me, like people feel that I'm uh, not antisocial, and then I have like no remorse when it comes to certain things. Like the other day, I called my brother, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we're putting our dog down tomorrow." I was like, "Oh, well that sucks." Like what the f am I supposed to say to that? You know, it is what it is. Life is a series of dogs. You know, sorry, like I can't sit here and cry for you. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. You so I don't know. It is what it is. Life is a series of dogs. George Carlin. Shout out to George Carlin. What was it? Tippy? Tippy? Yeah, Tippy was an ass hound. An ass hound. Yeah. What's your dog's name? Ball sniffer. Why do you call him that? Oh, I know why now. And Tippy was it? Tippy was suicidal. Suicidal. Not too many dogs suicidal. How do I know my dog was suicidal? Ran straight into that garbage truck. That's effing suicide. Good old George Carlin. Got another kokanee from my buddy. Yes, I go to my buddy's place and I steal a couple beers. But I did clean his yard up and everything for him yesterday. And look, it's pouring. Well, not pouring rain, but it's clouded over. It just poured a shitload of rain. There's some parking lots that are flooded out here. So I'm glad I went and mowed his grass. I know he said, "Oh, don't do that today. Don't do that today." Well, I'm glad I did, because mowing it the next day is gonna really suck. And then there's this like crackhead across the street from where my buddy Gary lives, sitting there mowing the grass, and everything's soaking wet. Everything's still wet here. See, still wet. Water. Yeah. See, everything's still wet. This freaking crackhead sitting there mowing the grass in the rain. Well, at least he's not doing it at like 3 a.m. Remember the first time I tried meth? I tried it twice in one day. Twice. That's it. Never doing it again. And I ate some, and then I smoked some. And I remember I shoveled my friend's front yard. Whole front yard. It was pretty funny. But they did park on their front yard too, so Very redneck. Very redneck. Oh, and my poor DVDs are taking a beating. They're still boxed up. Fucking tossing those things around. Got like 300 some DVDs. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do with all these DVDs. It's nice to have a hard copy of things, especially when people are saying stuff like, was it this Mandela effect stuff? It's nice to have a hard copy. I'm trying to remember the last Mandela effect I seen, but people are confusing two parts of the movie. I don't know. I think it was Forrest Gump, but they're forgetting like what they're Mandelaing is a different part of the movie, but it did happen later on in the movie. I can't remember what Mandela effect it is. It's just BS, anyways. You know what you call that in Canada? Call that a bumfuck, and it's spelled Bumfuk. Or if you're what's his name from King of the Hill? What was his name? Oh, fuck, what can't I remember his name? He's dead now in real life, but he'd chain smoke. Oh, this is gonna be a good one. This is the bottom of everything. Stupid me, I got everything all crushed up before I bought it. I didn't realize it was crushed up. Who wants their shit crushed up for them? Unless you're sitting there like cancer victim, you know, comatose in a bed. Save you some time rolling or crushing up. But, and they said it was 29% THC. How is it 29% THC if it's crushed up? You can only really say that for actual flower. So that's a bunch of BS right there. I was going to complain to the facility in Winnipeg, but I don't know. I think I've complained enough for the month. I got, I don't know, 6 gallons of milk for free. What else did I get for free? Got some other stuff. Can't remember though. Oh, yeah. Got a little bit of cash today though. Went and fixed the downspouts. The reason the basement flooded this time is because the downspout wasn't connected to the eaves trough, so it was just pouring straight down. But got that all fixed up. It's all good. Put a longer screw in there this time, so if it is going to come loose, it'll take a while. And hopefully by that time, we're out of here. I do have an easy fix to stop the basement from flooding, but I don't know. Nobody listens to me. I'm just an idiot. I give a lot of advice, but nobody takes it, so that's fine. I'll say it. Sometimes I just stop giving advice. When I get a job, a new job, or any new job, when I moved to Quebec, well, that was easy. Well, even when I worked at a co-op here in the lumber yard, when I learned like little tricks on the computer, they make finding things a little bit easier and stuff like that. They had just got a new computer program, so everyone was learning it all at the same time. But I found some backdoor ways in of finding things. But do you think I told those people? No. No. Why would I tell the people you're getting paid more than how to make their job easier? That you're getting paid for it. And I don't think I quite made it 10 minutes without some type of profanity. Sorry. That's just me. That's just me. I think this is why YouTube doesn't like me very much. It's my filthy mouth. But it's not derogatory, that's the thing. But it's considered as derogatory. I don't mean anything by it when I swear. I really don't. That's how I talk. Talk like almost like a trucker slash newfie. Trucker slash newfie. That's one thing. I don't think I've ever met a trucker newfie, a newfie trucker. It's probably because they couldn't get a driver's license the first time. They're too busy drinking, and then you can't get pogey half a year when you're a truck driver either, unless you're just hauling snow. You have a perfectly class 3 license. You can drive a dump truck. Oh no, it's summertime. I gotta go to Pogey Beach. Go hang out with the rest of the people on Pogey. Pogey Beach. For you guys in America, what Pogey is, Pogey in Canada is unemployment. Unemployment insurance. Actually, sorry, employment insurance is what they call it here in Canada. That's just one of the words that they had to fix in the government, okay? It's not unemployment insurance, it's employment insurance now. Okay, but it's for unemployment. Yeah, but you can't say that because we went on to disrespect the unemployed people. So now it's called unemployment insurance, which really isn't insurance. We all paid into it at one point or another. Yeah, some people abuse the shit out of it. I don't know. Tell you the truth, I've been told what I have to do to fucking do this, and it's not like I'm abusing this. I'm trying to stay in this program. For me to stay in the program is literally sit on my fucking ass. Oh, we're at 11 minutes. I can start letting the profanities fly now. Really should have smoked this joint before I came on here, though. This is the last of my weed. And I saved it until after I cleaned up everything. Should have probably saved it before I went and vegged out playing video games. Playing this one game right now, it's pretty good. It's called Misery. So it's kind of like Fallout. It's post-apocalyptic, okay? And you're in Russia, somewhere, Ukraine, blah blah blah, and you're in a bunker, and you got to come out and go collect items to be able to survive, and then survive what's out there. You have radiation, you have some weird like spectrum things, almost alien-like stuff, and then you have like werewolves, two-headed creatures called the twins. You have moose that'll come and get you, moose or elk, I can't remember what it is, and then wild boar will come after you. But what really sneaks up on you is the radiation. Radiation sneaks up on you pretty quick. So yeah, and you don't know you're getting poisoned by radiation until. So far, I'm doing pretty good. I got like about half of the achievements done in the game. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the hardcore mode though. I was lucky to be where I am in this game right now because I found planters right away, and then you're living in a bunker. You got to be able to make food, right? So yeah, I was lucky to get planters right away. Start growing wheat, and then you can make bread in the game. And bread's worth $20. So you make like 5 loaves a day. It's $100, and that's more than enough to survive in the game. So normally what I do is I go out in the game. As soon as the day starts, I go look around for a little bit, and then I come back to the bunker and I fix things up. Set up generators and batteries. You gotta be able to make stuff too. Gotta make a sewing machine so you can fix your clothing. But I found out, this is life hack or game hack. If you guys are playing Misery, don't wait till you get an oven, or if you guys see a microwave, grab all the microwaves you can, because you don't need to plug those into the grid system. So you don't need wires. You don't need to worry about the power in the bunker or anything like that. There's some pretty good jump scares though in that game too, especially when you get in the later on in the game when you're just in bunkers. Yeah, there's these swamp monsters and stuff. You can cut their arms off and eat them. preferably want to cook everything before you eat it. So if you can find a microwave in Misery right away, get it. And a table. Microwave and a table. I'd say go look for like backpacks and stuff in the game right away, but normally there's quite a bit of backpacks and other things that show up just in the basic game. But I was playing custom mode for a while on Misery, but getting into the real game is a little bit interesting. It's not so bad, it's not so hard. Just go out when you can to survive. But like I said, those planters help me a lot too. It's funny, I'm sitting here talking about video games, and I never used to play video games until like the beginning of this year. It was end of January, beginning of February. What is all this stuff now? Oh, we can play games together? Oh, that's messed up. No, I don't want to play games. Yeah, I was watching the news and stuff a little bit today, but too busy cleaning up the basement. Have what's something? Was it the Gordie Howe Bridge? Something about that today, where they're gonna pay for the bridge first, and then for the next 15 years or something after that, they're gonna split the profits with the United States. I don't know. That's not how I thought it was going to play out at all. And this is all because of the Howe family, or the Moron family, Maroon. Wow, what a day. What a day. Like, sitting here looking at stuff hanging here over the wall right now, drying. It's just all soaked. Yeah, having stuff off the ground is nice too. And watch now, all the bugs come out. I don't know. Landlord gave me $40. It's funny. He opens up his wallet. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I gotta pay you something. And he's like, what do you want? And I was like, you got a 10 in there. Just give me that 10. He was like, no way. No way. Gives me a 20. And then he reaches in and hands me another 20. I was like, no, that's too much. It's way too much. He's like, well, I wasn't gonna climb that ladder, eh? I was like, I didn't want to climb the ladder either. This is one thing. Fears. Never used to be scared of heights. I used to be the guy fucking just hanging from trees and stuff like that. One arm. Look at me. Hanging, yeah. Then go climb back down. Even just a ladder now. And I don't know what this is. Can anybody explain why you get fears? We should do a thing we should do an episode where we just mess with Gemini. Get all of you on here, all of you guys, and all sit here and I'll use my AI for you guys to ask questions. Yeah, that would really fuck up the AI, eh? All these different questions. They'd probably think I was bipolar or something, eh? But let's do something like that and get you guys all on here. I have to set up a date, time. There is a couple people I want to talk to though on the news channel, but I want to get back into this writing. I wanted to start writing again more today, and yeah, woke up to water on the floor. It's so funny. I get out of bed, walking around. I'm like, dehumidifier's full, blah blah blah. It's leaking on the floor. The thing's not even running. Thing's not even running. Because we have the AC running too, so just that constant noise, white noise or whatever you want to call it. Well, it's definitely not white noise. White noise is something else. But that's funny. I just, but that's where my head's at. I still can't think real clearly right now either, and I don't know what's happened. Something when I was sick. Tried explaining this to somebody else, like, and they're just like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, like I'd hate to see what happened if with whatever happened to me 2 weeks ago happened to somebody older, because it probably would have kicked them right off the bucket for sure, for sure, for sure, two for two two for sure, for sure, eh, bud? Yeah, what a day." What a day. I smoked a whole, like a half a pack of smokes this morning. Literally, bring stuff out, ring it outside, and smoke another cigarette. Go inside. But the thing is, I was like, not rushing around. Like I said, don't rush around. Don't be in a panic. Don't be in a hurry for things. Like, yes, there's water on the floor. Blah, blah, blah. It's coming into the walls. Like, oh, just try and clean up what you can. Like, don't be in a hurry to do anything. And then watch. If I was in a hurry, watch. I'd be running outside. I slip on the wet floor, and then, yeah, just done. Done. No, but you see what I mean? Don't be in a hurry to do anything. I mean, best analogy, and I've already said this before in my lives, but the best analogy to not be in a hurry is you're late for work, right? So now you're speeding. Now you get pulled over. Now you have a $280 ticket. Now you're even later for work. And then you show up to work and you get pulled into the office because this isn't the first time you've been late. And then you get fired. So now you get a trifecta. So this is why you never be in a hurry. Always prepare for things. Like even with the floor flooding, like I said, I put Rubbermaids, all the containers that are Rubbermaids, then put your cardboard boxes on top of those after. Just put something rubber or plastic down first. Like holy shit, Rubbermaids, like Rubbermaid containers. I should just put everything in Rubbermaid containers, but DVDs do not fit in Rubbermaids. Why can't they make a freaking Rubbermaid container that stores DVDs nice and perfectly? Like, please, somebody make a Rubbermaid that stores DVDs properly. Oh, that's all I want. And a good Rubbermaid container. Not one of those shitty closing lid ones, the flat top. You just look at it wrong and it pops open, or you're carrying it and the lid pops open. The worst. Oh, am I complaining? I shouldn't be complaining. I'm just trying to make a point that they should make Rubbermaid containers that store DVDs nice and organized. And then you could just stack them. You could like alphabetize them, or sorry, I go by actors, which is really weird. People are like, you don't alphabetize? Like when they used to look at my DVD collection, I had like a wall of DVDs. It wasn't like A to B, it was by actors. It was so funny because what really makes that complicated though too is there's other actors in specific other movies too. So it comes down to leading roles, which I think is a good. I think that's a good premise of sorting your DVDs out. Like even so, like when I did my TV shows, there'd be like X Files down in with the TV shows, right? And then there'd be the X Files movies mixed in with the TV series. I'd have them in with how they went in, because there's an X Files movies in what, after season 7 or season 8, something like that. Uh, Might have been 6, after season 6. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done my X Files trivia shit. But yeah, they did a movie in between. So instead of David Duchovny movies, that would get shifted down into the X Files box set, if you know what I mean. So it gets complicated when it comes to dividing it up by actors, but it's nice. Like you go through, like all my Rodney Dangerfield stuff, and then all my like Eddie Murphy stuff. You know, it's nice to be like, oh, I like Eddie Murphy, and that's nice when people would come to my house and be like, oh, they'd see like, oh, you have it's listed in actors. It's like, yeah, I love that guy. It's like, okay, let's watch a movie of that guy then. Oh, I could start like playing some poor quality Rodney Dangerfield old school stuff for you guys. Just do a live, and then I'll just you guys can watch the TV. I don't know what the sound quality would be like, but I don't think YouTube could really give me much flack for that because of the quality. I'd probably have to pause it every 3 minutes. But I guess we could do stuff like that. Could do a multi-camera format too. Could use StreamYard to do that. I don't know, ideas. I don't know. I'm just getting back after being sick, like holy crap. And then all this stuff is happening. I'm trying to write. I just want to fucking write, and I can't fucking do that right now. Just stuff keeps stopping. Like, yes, purposely I was gonna do a live yesterday. Yes, sorry, I didn't. But it was a nice clouded over day, and you could cut grass, and it's been really hot the last couple days, so I wanted to go cut and weed whack my buddy's yard, whether he liked it or not. It was gonna get mowed, and yeah, it got mowed. I didn't do the front yard, I just did the backyard because that was getting a little neglected, so I'm glad I went and did that. So, but I didn't really plan on doing that long, and I still can't hear in this ear since I've been sick. It's like there's water in there. I started to hear earlier. I started to hear earlier at my buddy's place, and then it just went back to being deaf again. This is what I mean when I was sick. It wasn't like a box on your head. It's literally like I couldn't hear. It's just everything from here up. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. I was kind of thinking, did I have like a stroke? Maybe. I don't know. Has a stroke ever affect? Actually, I should ask fucking buddy that today. Like, you ever heard anybody having a stroke like that? Like, he's had like a major stroke, and then probably two mini strokes. So he probably knows what he's talking about a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Is there like a stroke community where you guys get together and talk about like your different types of strokes? It's like, oh, it got my legs. It got my lips. You know. I don't know. My buddy came out pretty good on top though when it came to his stroke, so that was pretty awesome. I'm glad he came out of it good. But he had a good support system too. And, you know, yeah, calmed me down a little bit too. And then when it comes to like your mortality, I don't know. Did it make me think about my mortality a little bit? I don't know. My buddy having a stroke. I don't know. I thought about it a little bit. I don't think about it too hard. Oh. No, it's funny. I don't know if you guys could even have heard that. Oh, yeah, this ear. I don't know what's going on here. Oh. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. I got $40 in my pocket. It's not really burning a hole, but I don't know. Tell you the truth, I should just take all this fucking laundry to the laundromat and just go run it through there and be done with it. Then there's a bar next door too, so maybe go have a bar, or maybe put $5 in a gambling machine. Maybe win $40. I don't know. I only like putting $5 in a We call them VLTs in Canada, video lottery machines. But they're controlled by the provinces. Each province controls their own video lotteries. But what's kind of funny when it comes to lotteries, though, when it's like the big, like, where you pick numbers, you buy a ticket, like the Super Bowl or whatever they call it down in the States. Here it's controlled by like Western, Central, and it's funny is Quebec has its own lottery, which is pretty interesting. But Quebec has a lot of its own things. It has their own media, has their own news, has their own TV shows. Like, like for instance, American Idol. So there's a Canadian Idol, right? That all of us have seen. If you guys don't live in Quebec, well, if you guys didn't know, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation also puts money into Quebec's broadcasting. So not only do they have a Canadian Idol, they have their own separate Quebec, sorry, Quebec Idol. So that's little interesting, and there's a reason for that is because they can't import French programming because there's so many different types of dialect of programming. Yeah, there's so many different dialects of French throughout the world. Like I think what is it? Montreal alone has like was it 27 different types of French dialect, but Quebec City, its own Quebec language is very different. Like patat, un patat, uh, it's a fucking potato, but they call it a patat. It's not pomme de terre is a potato, but it's this own slang, and that's the only way to describe Quebec language. It's a French, but with a heavy slang. Put that potato, that un patat, in your mouth, and then start speaking French, and that's pretty much what it's like. I'm sorry, I lived in Quebec, and for anybody who sits there and complains about Quebec, I always ask them, "Have you ever been there?" Well, no. Then shut the fuck up. Absolutely shut the fuck up. How can you complain about a place or something that you have no idea about? But to tell you the truth, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're totally right. But still, I'm trying to make a point. If you're going to complain about something, you should actually have the facts and maybe go to ground zero and see what it's all about. Go to ground zero. In Quebec, it is an exodus. It is an exodus. It's crazy. It's a point of, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, but it's a point of something. I don't know. There's so many of these spots on Earth, but I think Quebec is definitely an exodus. There, the amount of evil and stuff that is there is crazy. It's concentrated, and what's so funny is everyone ignores the evil. That's why I had to get the fuck out of Quebec. It's so funny. Like you just not see what's going on, and they're like, "Yep, Quebec mentality. Turn your back on everything. Turn your back on everything. Like don't ask, don't tell. Actually, it's not even don't ask, don't tell. It's just literally turn your back. Turn your back, don't ask. And it's not even don't ask. It's just turn your back. They don't even have to say don't ask. You know what I mean? Like it's a crazy different place. You wonder why the Hells Angels have such major control there. Well, then you got the Rizzuto mob there. They're all locked up now, and now the Hells Angels have fully taken control. Now that they got rid of Ice Pick Trammell, and then some of his Lankies there. But I think one of his Lankies is the guy who gave up Ice Pick Trammell in Rome, which is interesting. But we haven't heard much about Ice Pick Trammell's crew lately. Some most wanted people getting caught lately, but Ice Pick Trammell, I'd like to know what's happening now with all that nonsense. What's up there, everyone? How's everyone's, what's today? Flood day? Actually, it's not flood. So most people would say, yeah, your apartment flooded. No, just water in the apartment. Just water. Ugh, not my first rodeo. It is what it is. It's all good. The landlord helped him fix a bunch of stuff on the outside of the house, kind of self prevent the apartment from flooding again. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna get angry about it. I'm not gonna get in a rush about it. I'm no point. No point about getting angry about anything. It's just more bad shit happens every time you get angry about something. Just chillax, take a breather, have a smoke, just relax. You know, don't go with the first thought that's in your head, which I accidentally did the other day. I sent the premier an email, which I never should have done. In retrospect, thinking about it, I was like, yeah, that was probably a dumb idea. What I should have done is wrote the email and deleted it. That's what I should have done. And in retrospect, the reason I think emailing the premier I wasn't happy about is he has a lot of stuff going on right now. And I was bringing up a point that is going to get overshadowed right now because of the flooding in Manitoba and other things he's doing. Like there's some oil pipelines that they're trying to get agreed with some of the First Nations here. Yeah, like, yeah, he's got a lot on his plate, and so for me to send this email, it's kind of just letting him know what's happening out here. And to tell you the truth, I've talked to a few people. Everyone else sees it. This world's gone to shit. This world's gone to absolute shit. Kids nowadays, like I'm talking 21-year-olds, are just I do not understand. I do not understand. Even farm kids. You think you're like, really not into technology and stuff, but them being farm kids and having technology, wow, it's not good. It's not good. And then they keep talking about that they want to not allow kids that are 16 and under to have social media. Well, that's too late. I'm sorry. You know what? I didn't never wanted to get a smartphone, and when I did get a smartphone, everyone was like, "Okay, he did it. Let's all just do it now." Because I was the last person to fucking get a smartphone. I was the last person. I was holding on to my flip phones, and then next time they wanted me to get a flip phone, they wanted like $900 for me to get a flip phone. I was like, it's a fucking flip phone. It's like $100 phone. Give me the fucking flip phone. It was like, well, yeah, we don't use those types of services anymore, so you'd still be on an analog plan. So this is why we're charging more, because we're trying to get out of that. But you'll give me a Samsung. I can't hear out this ear anyways. You guys are coming in here, at least say something. That's what I hate. People come in here, like even say like, "Hey, you're a fag." Okay, that's fine. It wouldn't be the first time I've been called a fag. Or Amish. Or go brush your teeth. Sorry, teeth in my family don't last very long. And then even so, my buddy Gary, he's in his 67. I was like, Gary, when did you have all your teeth pulled? Oh shit, I said his name. When did you have all your teeth pulled? He was like, 45. Yeah. And then got fucking dentures. Yeah. Pretty fucking close to 45. Get all your teeth fucking pulled. Thing. Sorry. Fuck. My dad had his teeth pulled when he was like in his 30s. Yeah, teeth don't last long in my family. Yeah, our genetics. Doesn't help all the fights I've been in. That's another thing. All the times I've been punched in the face, they micro fracture your teeth, and then they start to show up later. That's another thing. the two back molars I have are definitely from being punched in the face. But where's the other one? Oh, right here. I have this one too. So I don't want to show it. But yeah, it's fractured, and that's from getting punched in the face. Oh, I'm done getting punched in the face. Holy shit. I just stay bunkered down and keep my fucking mouth shut. That's the best thing to do nowadays. I don't understand how this world works now. And seriously, even just like kids, like, it's funny. It's almost like talking to my ex girlfriend. Every time I'm talking to like a 21-year-old, anyone from 20 to 30, just talking to them, it was like normally I have like a good instinct when it comes to like talking to people. Normally, like, for instance, this one chick, she just gets out of her truck. I just looked at her. I was like, oh, stay away from that chick. Yeah, later I found out, yeah, stay away from that chick. It's just bad. And I didn't, she never once talked to me. I just looked at her. I was like, ooh, just got like chills. It's messed up. It's messed up. Hit the like button or say something if you're in here, please. Well, I don't know. There's probably people driving too. I know there's probably a few truckers that might listen to my nonsense. Oh, but it's got to be better than some of those other channels out there. I'm sorry. YouTube is getting a little out of control now too. And then people shouting, "Shout out my channel! Shout out my channel!" Okay, and then I do some background checking on channels. It's like you don't have anything there. Well, how? What? Why do you want me to shout you out? What are you doing in YouTube? You know, like, I'm sorry. Like, you actually have to make an effort to do things. You know, you got to be on time and stuff. And I know the last 3 weeks have been messed up because I'm still getting over being sick. The basement flooding today, and I said I was going to do a live today, and I didn't, and it pisses me off. It's just little things holding me back. Just little things, but just, I'm not going to get angry about it. It happens. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I feel bad because I said I was going to do something, and yeah, it's obviously not doing it. Yeah, but it is what it is, you know. But you know what? To make up for it, I did go mow Buddy's grass yesterday. Did all his weed whacking, trimmed up some trees and stuff for him. What else did I do? Did some other shit for him too. But that doesn't matter. Whatever. But whether he liked it or not, I did it. I know he's getting old and tired. Everyone's getting old and tired. I know. I'm gonna try and be there as much as I can to help him out. And then for anyone to fucking call me out on my dad to say that I'm a piece of shit or I'm a meth head, then obviously you guys don't know who I am as a person. Because I've done meth twice in my life, and that was 24, I think, when I tried it. It just wasn't for me, and I just stayed away from it. Like, who the fuck wants to stay up for like 72 hours? Like, I can do that on a regular basis. I don't need drugs to do that. Like, who the fuck wants to do that? And the craziest trips I've ever had is just staying up for fucking 2 days without drugs. So, I don't need meth. Like, the fuck? And I don't know why, I just don't fucking sleep. I prefer to be up at night, to tell you the truth, just because there's nothing happening. There's no people out. Like, I feel like I can go out and walk around, not be hassled. Until the other night, where this fucking kid tried chasing me down with his truck, which is interesting. That was pretty fucked up. This kid, I went to go to the bar to grab some beer, grab a couple King cans, because the bar closest to me obviously isn't open for some reason, and I know why now. Because they won't open their bar on Saturdays because of the young kids. Fridays and Saturdays. Kids just start destroying the bar. They go into the bathroom, start punching holes in the walls, and these are just small town white kids. Like, this is the weird part. small town white kids. Like, like normally it used to be like, sorry, like natives, First Nations people. They weren't meant to have alcohol in the first place. Sorry, but think about like history. The white man has had alcohol for how long? They're kind of adapted to it a little bit, a little bit. They still haven't grasped the concept of alcohol. And then you come to this new country and you introduce alcohol. So really, like the native first or First Nations, native people in Canada have really only had alcohol for the first 300 years. Now think about that. This is very new to them, still to this day. And then stuff like McDonald's. You think that's normal to, and our white man diet is accustomed to the First Nations and Native people around here? No, it's not accustomed. They're still to this day adapting. Like Native people, they have wicked diabetes, and like it's because of the diet that you introduce to them. Like you're fucking up this population. And it's so funny. There was people that were like, "Hey, yeah, let's breed them out." The French wanted to breed them out. Breed them out? You don't need to breed them out. Just change their diet. Like that's what they're doing right now. They only buy pop, they only buy chips, and then they go put the rest of the money into the video lottery machines, back into the government. Like it's messed up. So messed up. And you know what? In the last like year, some of the stuff I've been doing, I'm giving actually a lot more respect to some of the native people around here. Yes, I'm gonna say 50% are good, 50% are absolute shit. And part of that 50% are some of the chiefs withholding funds, misappropriating funds, and then nobody's investigating this stuff. Like their federal government has given like some of the territories around here hundreds of millions of dollars, and the chiefs don't even live on these territories. They live in the city like Winnipeg and live in these multi-million dollar mansions. Okay, so that's obviously misappropriated funds. But part of the law is, if you want to be a chief on a territory, you don't actually have to live there. And that needs to change. That absolutely needs to change. You go be there with the people, see what the people are going through. You go sit there and drink the shitty water. You go sit there and have to boil water every time you want to drink it. That's one thing that needs to change. It's the misappropriated funds. That's the only thing I'm not happy about right now. Well, and then also the cops won't go to reserves. They call them reserves in Canada. The cops won't go to the reserves. No. Yeah. Once they get there, the criminals use it as a gateway, safe haven, which is pretty crazy. If you ever been through Manitoba, there's a place called Sandy Bay. Sandy Bay. Just say Sandy Bay. If you guys are just traveling through Manitoba, just be like, I heard about this place called Sandy Bay, and just listen. Just listen to the stories, because I almost guarantee everyone's going to tell you something about Sandy Bay. And it's just a little Indian reserve. It's a safe haven for criminals. It's pretty funny. Yeah, the RCMP cops show up and they just stop right at the gate. Yeah, it'll come out eventually, but normally they come out when you're on your coffee break or shift change. Yeah, the law doesn't work out here properly. And then we had that. Oh, here's some news. Was it that MP slash mayor from Dauphin there got caught with a 428 firearms and a cannon and $300,000 in cash. You know what? Yeah, he had the guns stored improperly, but let the guy be. You know, was he going around shooting people? No. Did he have a big agenda? No. No, he was a politician, blah, 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 and he didn't believe in the gun reform in the first place. That's why he had all these guns. And a lot of the guns, I'm going to say about over 50% of them were collector's items, collector firearms. And then some of them were like reenactment guns, like muzzle loaders from the Civil War and stuff like that too. So like, and it took. They said that it was going to take them months, weeks, yeah, probably months to just categorize all the firearms. And then the cannon that he had in his garage. He had a Civil War cannon. What are you just gonna roll up to a bank with a Civil War cannon? You got one shot. Like, leave the guy alone. Just let the guy have his guns. Like, was he doing anything? And the only thing you guys did right now is make him a target. That's what the fucking federal government did right now. This guy's got guns. This guy's got guns. Now it just made him a target. You know what? No one knew he had guns in the first place. Oh, what's up, 84? You're back again, eh? I put my Discord on my post there too, if you do Discord. Sorry, just talking about a politician here just north of me who got busted with a bunch of 428 firearms. Politician. Well, former politician. He was a mayor. He was a MP. Yeah, he has quite the catalog of stuff like that. But he got busted with all these firearms, and because Canada changed all their gun laws, yeah, he's looking at some issues. But he wasn't doing anything with his guns. Like, it's not like they didn't find him with silencers. They didn't like they found him with some magazines that weren't pinned to the proper magazine size. I think you're only allowed 5 rounds here in Canada per magazine. So you could have a 10-round magazine, right? And then you could put a screw through it, so you can only put so many rounds. It's called pinning, but it's not a screw. I don't think 2-4 is in here anymore. Somebody is, though. I don't know if 2-4 is in here anymore. But I might go live again in a little bit. I'm gonna run to the store. I got $40 in my pocket right now. Oh, you're from the UK. Check this out. Probably don't see stuff like this either. Does that work? Here, I'm gonna turn the green screen off.